And now, Freelance Heroism presents Dragon Heist.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Dees.
And I'm Rachel.
And before we even get started, we just want to say thank you to everyone out there who donates at the Patreon, in particular those who donate at the producer tier. Rachel,
Yes.
would you like to let us know who they are?
I would love to. We want to say thank you to Duncan, Nate, Breakmeister, Rebecca, and Chris Soanes. Thank you so much, everyone.
You help us make a better show for everyone, and we really appreciate it.
Yes.
Rachel,
Yes.
power in games.
Power in games.
How do you accumulate power in games?
Well, I play a lot of FromSoft games, and
So you get the power by reading the etching on the back of a spoon you found that tells you the story of the game.
no, that's
This was the king's spoon. He used to use it to eat pudding.
No. I mean, just like with any game, you know, you work on leveling up and getting cool gear. I realized yesterday in my Elden Ring game, because I'm still playing that, I hadn't been leveling up my HP stat. Like I'm working on like a Dex Faith build.
Mm-hmm.
So like my Dex is really high and my Faith is really high for spells.
Right.
But my HP has been falling behind.
Uh-oh.
And so as I'm going to like more difficult places, I'm getting like one or two shotted.
Ooh.
So working on that, and I found like a good spot to camp for runes.
Right. So the idea then is that you sort of like run around in an area to like sort of over time like grind out the kind of materials you need to make yourself stronger.
Yeah.
Okay. So like we've been playing ESO and it's sort of similar. Farming players in battlegrounds and then running dungeons and stuff like that to get points that you then use to buy the stuff or gold to buy the stuff that you need. I think that there's a similarity. I think in all types of modern gaming, maybe not so much in older games, because I don't think there's a whole lot of like, you know, grinding stuff out in Mario. Not one anyway. Though there is a trick in Mario, Super Mario World, or is it Yoshi's? Whatever. But there's a part in Mario where like you can run up and throw a turtle shell and then you just kind of jump on it. And you just kind of constantly kick it into the wall and then jump on it and then kick it into the wall and jump on it. And every time you do, you get, I think it's like 10 coins, which then after 10 times turns into an extra life. So I think that might be the first instance I can think of where you sort of give yourself a power advantage by doing some sort of like repetitious task. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I know I'm gonna farm for a while, like when I was playing Dark Souls, I had I was using a build where if you had the more humanity you had on you, the more powerful your weapon was. But
Right.
there was a risk involved with that because if you got killed, you dropped all your humanity.
Right.
But I would do this thing where I would farm humanity, and I had this farm loop, and I would just sort of pick a day and be like, today I'm just going to do my humanity farm. And I would I would queue up some podcasts.
Right.
And just like do my farm loop over and over for hours.
I do that all the time. I do that even now. Yeah. It's like, I'm going to get all these lore books. God damn it. You know, like, put on some music and then just kind of cruise around. Yeah. I think that's just a thing that I think for the difference between an actual gamer in the way that people mean it when they say gamer versus a person who plays video games is that a gamer looks to accumulate power, right?
Yeah.
I think that that's really where the line is drawn. And I think that there's all different levels of gamer. I'm very granular in things. So like I want to get a functional build right away, something that I can just use.
Mhm.
And then after a little while, I need every single part of that build to be perfect, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm like looking for enchants, and if like one gives me an extra 2 points, I will fucking jump through heaven and earth to get those 2 points. It's very stupid.
No, I do that too. When I played Ghost of Tsushima, like you can get different combat moves and armor and like upgrade your armor. And when I knew I was almost at the very end of the game, I stopped doing the main quest. I was like, I'm going to do every side quest. I'm going to collect every material. So I fully even like the armor or the stuff that I knew I probably wouldn't need to use for like the final confrontation. I was like, I want to upgrade everything to its maximum.
Right.
And
yeah.
then
this
I
horse
can
is
play.
getting all the saddle bonuses.
I did. I collected all the saddles.
Yeah, I mean, I'm that way in particular with MMOs because I know that at some point I'm going to be playing another person, and I want to be as strong as possible for when that fight happens.
Yeah, even just like a 2-point difference can.
Right. I mean, perfect example. The other day we were playing, and I did a dodge roll off of. I mean, it was like 490 to 490, or 490 to 490, and 500's where you win. And I had the ball, and in order to escape from these people, I did a dodge roll, and I went off the side of the staircase, and I fell just a little bit too far. Like it literally did the exact amount of damage that I had left, and I dropped the ball, and the other team picked it up and won. Now, here's the thing: if I would have used the appropriate enchantment for my chest piece instead of having it swapped with my boots, because it came with that enchantment on it, I would have had enough health to not die on that roll.
Oh.
So this is a moment that is in my head. Like every time, it's like a series of these types of moments, right? Where it was very close, where that granularity is then like sort of pressure stamped on my brain, like you know when they brand like steers, like that's what my brain looks like. It's like, get that extra point, right? So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's probably not great to be up at 5:30 in the morning, fucking waiting on a BGQ, so that you can get enough alliance points to buy a ring that is gold instead of purple or whatever. But like, that's my crutch in games, right? I don't know if crutch is a good word. That's my curse. I need to do that. Is it the same for you in like Elden Ring? Because I know that's the one you're playing now.
Yeah. Because like with my sword build in Dark Souls, it was Quelaag's Fury Sword, and so like dying in Dark Souls and games like that, there's a big cost to it. So purposefully making a build that is sort of like on that edge is just but it was really fun. And like even the like I really wanted to up my HP yesterday, so I found the like the best farming spot that I know of in the game, and it's actually like kind of a dangerous place. There are these like little guys who give you a little over 1,000 runes when you kill them, and if you sneak up on them, you can one-shot them.
Right.
However, if they notice you, they're really fast and they hit really hard. And so there's like this level of danger from farming there.
Yeah.
And at one point I had like 2,600 runes on me, and there was like a group of 4, and I got killed by the last one because I didn't realize there was like one more. And so I was like, I have one shot, I need to go pick up these runes. And I managed to get them, and it was like there are definitely safer farming spots, but it would have been a lot slower.
Right.
And,
Yeah, I mean, sometimes risk reward, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that the accumulation of power
Mhm.
is sort of the line that is the separating line between a regular gamer and an actual like gamer in the term that is used in like the parlance, right?
Mhm.
And that in that little subsection of gamers, there's a wide array, and I think you and I both sort of fall on the far end of the spectrum.
Yeah, like if I was playing ESO, which I can't because I can't
Yeah.
play MMOs
No, I get you.
because I will play MMOs and I will play them into the ground.
Right.
Then I would probably be doing the same thing that you're doing.
Yeah. You know, that's how we are. What are you gonna do? You ready for an episode?
I am ready for an episode.
Right on.
All right. This is Dragon Heist, episode 57. Sewer Side Quest.
Sewer Side Quest. Fantastic. So good.
All right. Do we want to get started?
I don't know. Anyone want to talk about? No, okay. Yes. Sorry. D-Walk has fallen asleep. He's
David's-
like, fuck this.
I'm
David's
here.
left us.
I'm here. So
We had that episode recently where David fell asleep at the end of the game.
I love that so much.
you motherfuckers.
She didn't cut it out.
Nope.
She could have easily cut it out, and she didn't.
Easily. I could have easily taken that out. But I didn't.
I love each of you so fucking much right now.
That's what you guys get for making me edit these episodes every week.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. Not after that one.
Well, I edited something one time and I got all the way done with it and then went to save and it didn't save. Like the parts that I clipped out weren't gone. It was just the same video. I have a part on my sheet that says favors. It says favors, and I have a list of people who owe me favors.
Okay.
Apparently,
Okay.
4 pirates owe me a favor. And Rayne, you owe me a favor currently. That's what it says.
Fuck do I
Yeah, we're
owe
not
you
going to
a-
play that part in game.
That's
Well,
what it. That's,
I am a Southern gentleman from the Southern Sword Coast.
Look, I mean,
I'm not gonna-
the rest of my notes are very, very detailed. Medical staff, I have Alicia already on here.
Yeah.
Guards, I have Sergeant Anders. Okay, and then favors. Rayne, 4X pirates.
Was that from the episode where you like
The bar
Um,
fight?
I think the pirates owe me a favor for letting them off the hook when the people were asking about the heads in the water.
that could be it?
And then
Maybe.
Rayne, you owe me a favor from something. I'm not certain what it is,
You could have
but
bought him a coffee one morning.
From
no, it feels like if I write it on my sheet, it's a big deal.
Was it
so you
from
owe me something.
saving me from the octopus?
That could be it. That could be it. I don't know. Maybe I should put
Wasn't-
2 on here just to
He was
cover.
just trying to contact you about your car insurance, dude.
Oh God, is my extended warranty about to
You guys make that joke, but that's exactly how I call people in this game. And I send a Raven to their house, and I'm like, "Have you guys checked in with your local chop shop repair services yet?" And they're like, "What?" And they hang up, and I'm like, "Well, guess you'll die in an alley."
Leave that in, Rachel.
Guess you're gonna croak it out in a street.
God, dude. Whatever he is, he's sending out bills.
That's right. Visit Troll Skull Medical Center or die in an alley.
Wait, are we in Troll Skull Alley?
We're on Troll Skull Alley, are we not? Are we at the end of it?
I'm just saying, like, isn't so. I
Yeah.
mean, if we're in Troll Skull Alley
Well,
and the
it's-
option is you're gonna die in an alley,
Well,
Or die in some other alley.
All I'm saying is I can fix a motherfucker. We've seen it happen.
Should have just had a
Or-
V8.
Pour a little bit of my health gravy on people.
Yeah, I like that name.
Your
Health
your
gravy.
your
Nobody
style
likes
of
that name.
your style of medicine reminds me of what my dad used to do. My dad used to actually raise racing pigeons, and occasionally that's a thing.
You want chocobos? Because that's how you get chocobos.
But he used to raise these pigeons. So we had like a coop in the backyard with like 50 pigeons in it. And occasionally a pigeon would either hurt itself or dislocate its wing. And I swear to God, this is how my dad fixed it. My dad would take a syringe full of K-Rose syrup, corn syrup, and like force it down the gullet of the pigeon and then relocate its wing. But within like 3 or 4 days, that the bird would fly again. So
Because it didn't want that treatment.
I guess not. I don't know.
I better
what
get
it
my
was.
shit together. This guy's gonna give me the corn syrup again.
Yeah, my dad was the pigeon whisperer or something. I have no clue. But
That
that's
was
kind of
threat.
that's kind of the thing that I envision when you go visit Kaeviir. It's just like, here, take this and slather it all over you, and I'm going to whack you in the back with the stick. There,
Look,
you're cured.
I get results.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do. Death is a result.
True.
It's called a negative patient outcome.
Look, I'm just saying a lot of people like to make jokes, but not when they're at 2 hit points and crawling across the floor looking for a way to get back up in the fight. Then they're all looking at old Dr. Raven.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dr. Raven, please, could you give me some of your health gravy?
That's so Dr. Raven. All right, let's do the thing.
Raven be saving, let me tell you.
All right. I believe we left off where you guys were walking with Yarga and Gemma to go meet Cedric. Right?
I don't recall. It's been a long time.
Yeah, we were going to meet up at the Noble District at midnight. Cedric was putting a team together, and apparently he had almost everyone.
Right. So we were like doing the Ocean's 11 type deal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're not part of Cedric's team. I think we're just sort of like trying to crash that party.
We are the leaders of his team.
Does he just not realize it?
I've got the whole team
doesn't know yet.
I just need a doctor. I need someone who's good with mechanical stuff and an old man. Where will I find such a combination of talent in one
nursing
place?
Home. Nursing home.
That's true.
So
that's actually a really smooth answer. I need an old man, someone who can fix a gurney, and someone who can put someone on a gurney.
Alrighty.
You're technically correct, which is the best kind of correct.
Oh man, I'm gonna hollow out a viper. I'm gonna create a snakiotomy. It's the only way to get tubes on the fly in the wild.
Oh God.
No. You don't understand. These tubes are all natural. It's not those synthetic tubes.
These are natural, nature-made, non-GMO tubes that just crawl up and get in your boots.
If you're allergic to snake, I understand. I've got pig intestine right over here. It works just great.
Little antibacterial soap. Try to solve the problems before they start.
I'm gonna save you with some sausage casing.
The whole world is nothing but tubes, man. It's all tubes.
All right. So, about 5 minutes shy of midnight, they led you guys from all the way into the C ward, and you guys.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't even hear the C ward without thinking. You could just say it. We're a mature podcast. It's fine. Sorry.
You guys make it to the Golden Harp Inn. This is, as Rayne and Adrie know, this is actually one of the most aristocratic taverns in Waterdeep.
So when they drink their ale, the pinky is up.
As you guys get to the door, there is well-dressed man at the door. Do you have an invitation?
I'm a doctor. Let me in.
Um,
I believe what the good doctor meant was yes, we have an invitation. And I reached my hand out to shake with him and place a couple of gold pieces into his palm.
he shakes your hand. Thank you, sir. Right away. He looks past and sees Yarger in the back. Oh no. Not tonight. She's like, we're here to meet Cerdic.
I can assure you everyone will be on their utmost best behavior. How much will it cost me?
It won't. The bill's been paid.
Oh,
He looks at you guys. You take the stairs, go upstairs, second door on the right.
thank you kindly.
Thank you.
As you guys are walking in, the gnome Gymna nudges Rayne.
Hmm.
She holds her hand up to you.
I shake it.
You find the coins back in her hand. She pickpocketed the guy before.
Well, I don't necessarily approve of your methods, but I do like the results. Thank you.
She gives you a wink.
I feel a little threatened by that actually, because it's like I could have done that if I wanted to. I was trying to be nice. You upstage me.
These kids showing off.
God damn it. Young whippersnapper son of a bitch. Stay off my lawn.
So
These kids and their damn tubes.
she quickly makes her way upstairs while Yarga walks with the rest of you. Yarga's, yeah, we have a hard time keeping that gnome just still.
Hmm.
Mhm.
She does seem a bit of a lively sprite. Yes, I'll agree with that.
So you guys make it upstairs. Do you guys do anything in the tavern before heading upstairs?
How busy is it?
It's about halfway. You guys do get some looks because there is nobody else armored in here.
Well,
What are they wearing?
Well, I know Rayne's not, but the other two, I believe someone's walking around in a Fallout power armor, and the other one's walking in almost full plates.
It's you two that are sticking out like a sore thumb. Well, I should have known.
It doesn't
I'm a
help. You guys
doctor.
have
I'd fix that thumb in a jiff.
I made this armor. I'm gonna wear it.
You want to get a beer? Armor friend?
Did you
Oh my God,
was
do
it
we
at
have
least
time for
clean?
that?
Yeah, we got time. We got 5 minutes.
It seems like the last time y'all were wearing all this, y'all were covered in blood and you had been dissecting brains and everything. Please tell me you had the courtesy to at least scrub some of the filth off before.
We talked about how with the brain surgery that I had some of the people that are friends of Adrie's aunt, his aunt, scrub that stuff. Remember the driver?
Oh, that's right. Yes, you have
squeegee the big chunks off. So
the big
it's so
chunks.
little. It was a whole brain was open.
Can't take
It was a lot.
Just do me one favor. If you see any envelopes or anything that looks like mail around, keep your hands to yourself.
How about you head up there for the meeting and we'll come up and join you shortly.
All right, fine. Just don't get in any trouble because I've already promised someone and paid
If
them.
there's ever
for
going to
it.
be any trouble, it's going to be you guys up there in your clandestine meeting.
All right. Just
Yarga,
go enjoy your beer.
Yarga puts a hand on both of the armored shoulders. I'm drinking with you guys.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So,
and thank you so much, Adrie, for offering to pay for this. Very kind of you. I know how wealthy your family is and how much it means to you to be able to use that for the benefit of your cohorts.
Did I say that?
Yeah, I really say that.
as you guys reach the counter, man comes over, nice shirt, clean white apron, cleaning a steel mug. How can I help you find people tonight?
Want some drinks?
Yes.
Done. He starts putting glasses on the table.
Double them up.
All right.
We got to go to work in a bit.
All right. He pulls out a second mug for each of you and begins to fill each of them.
Hold on, I have to look at my Constitution modifier.
Got anything stronger?
I'm good with this. Thank you.
Of course. I got you.
I have to operate heavy machinery after this, so.
He reaches down below and pulls up a bottle.
Can I tell what it is by looking at it?
Yes, it is a fine dwarven mead. Smoother than what normally you would expect out of dwarven mead, but it has a kick that normally puts most people on the floor.
Fantastic. Let me get 2 of those.
He takes the 2 mugs he just filled and slides them down the bar, puts 2 new fresh on the table, and fills them up with the dwarven mead. Slides it your way.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I believe Master, the doorman just signaled me you're with Master Cedric upstairs.
We're going to join him shortly.
Should I add this to his tab?
I'm going to look at Rachel. I'm going to look at
Yes.
Adrie. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, she'll cover it. She's got it.
No, Cedric said he would cover it.
Understood.
Who's it going to? To Cedric?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cedric said he would cover it.
As long as somebody rich takes care of it, I'm fine.
You are going to drink with you guys. I like drinking with you guys.
This isn't drinking. Not yet.
No, we get in trouble for drinking here. We're tasting.
Yeah. You don't drink on the job. So before we go up there, we need to drink.
All right. Go ahead and give me a con check. Kaeviir.
Yay. Well, let me get my dice roller. Where the fuck? Okay. Sorry. There's a lot of blue icons.
All good.
16 plus 4.
You're good on the first one.
Oh, that's a saving throw, right?
Yes.
22.
Yeah, you're good on the first one.
Well, a check's different from a saving throw.
If it was a check, then it was 20.
16 was good.
Okay.
Give me a if you down the second one right now, give me another one at disadvantage.
At disadvantage? No, I'll give it a second.
All right.
Far be it from me to suggest that I'd like to see one of my party members fail their constitution checks when alcohol's involved, but given the circumstances that we're under, it could be entertaining. So I'm sitting here with bated breath to see how this turns out.
I mean, it could be fun.
It could be.
Wouldn't it be funny if we got really smashed and then the mind flayer tried to get into our brains and then was drunk, and then that was the key to victory? Was I got the mind flayer drunk from trying to siphon off my brain? It's all going according to my plan.
Everything's coming up, Millhouse.
I'm gonna offer up a cheers.
Cheers.
Yager
To,
raises her glass high. Cheers.
To work a day, friends, and doing the right thing.
Yeah.
That's a good toast.
And then I put it down, the second one. Do I need to roll again?
Yes, sir.
Without what's it called?
All right.
14.
You're okay.
Okay. I was looking at it like, is there a plus one?
I was holding you at 12.
Okay. Whew. I was not happy. I saw it and I was like, that's a single digit number.
Adrie's just having regular beer.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine. So, alrighty.
Boom, 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 boom,
Effort,
boom, boom.
Yeah, most of the people in the tavern have kind of just quit looking at you. You guys were interesting for about a moment, and then they've all pretty much gone back to their lives.
They're all jaded rich people.
The poor people are having beverages. They drink just like us. Isn't that quaint? It's like watching a dog try to read.
I very briefly forgot what this Adrie's stats are like. And for just a second, I was like, I'm going to challenge Yarga to an arm wrestling contest. And then I looked at my strength. I was like, no, I'm not.
Not unless your armor gives you some kind of huge bonus, I would imagine.
You have electricity, right? In your armor?
I do. Yeah.
You could shock them.
I don't
Oh,
wanna,
wait, I'm sorry.
no.
This is Kaeviir trying to cheat.
I don't want to cheat.
So Rayne goes upstairs, I assume.
Yes, he does.
All right. As you get upstairs, your instructions were the second door on the right.
Okay.
You find it pretty quick. It's unlocked.
Mhm.
Or do you knock?
Oh, I'm a gentleman. I always knock.
Jimna cracks the door and looks at you. It's the cute one.
Hey, yo.
All right.
Cedric's like, the what? Open the door. He looks over. You see Cedric wave you in.
Apparently, I'm the cute one.
Yo, Jimma, we gotta talk.
Oh,
He's
bird.
clearly
What the
not
hell's
the
that?
cute
Wait,
one.
hold on just a second. What the hell's that supposed to mean? I am offended, sir. As I remove my glove and slap him gingerly across the face.
Ooh,
We shall
I think
duel.
there's a challenge.
We
But
shall
maybe-
duel with pistols at dawn.
He looks at me up and down. He's like, maybe he is the cute one.
Also in the room, you see a half elf dressed in robes, a few trinkets on her arms, ring on her hand, and a pseudo dragon on her shoulder. Kind of a strawberry blonde hair, short. Looks over, she nods. Cedric's, this is Andra and Summerwise.
Pleasure to
Friends
make
of
your
mine.
acquaintance.
Hmm.
Also, she's friends with Volo.
Oh, well,
Well, acquaintances. Volo keeps trying to write stories about her, and she keeps saying no.
well. To be fair, we're all pretty much just acquaintances of Volo when you think about it.
In the corner in the back, you see a woman sitting there, cloak around her, cloak up over her head, keeping her face hidden, leathers, daggers on her hip, rapier sticking out of the cloak.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
He looks over. That's Viper.
Oh, I had heard mention of Viper.
You recognize her as the infamous thief of Waterdeep, the Black Viper.
It's all about tubes. Same.
I don't know that these would be people that I would know personally, but apparently, at least some of them I know of their reputations. So, I guess there is a part of me that's slightly disappointed that the thief angle is kind of already covered, apparently, but that's okay.
So it looks over, and it looks like you've met Jem already.
Yes, we have met.
Gemma says you came with Yarga.
Yes, she is downstairs with my two partners. I assume they are at the bar, hopefully not making trouble, as it were.
He looks over.
Oh, I was gonna say, this when we
Okay.
jump cut to Adrie and Kaeviir just like downing beers at the bar.
Cedric and all his kind of group all exchange views with each other quickly. Look back to Rayne. That may not be best. As long as they stay on the regular ale, they should be fine.
Yeah, I'm afraid I didn't have much say in the matter, so perhaps whatever business we need to take care of, we should take care of quickly so we can go down there and de-escalate any situations that may arise.
There's no faith in this crew.
Oh no, there's plenty of faith in the crew. I just don't trust you at the bar.
My deepest apologies for finding out about your sister.
Yes, that is a matter that I'd very much like to take care of quickly as well.
That's what we're trying to do.
Well, whatever there is to be done, I am in, and I am fairly certain I speak on the behalf of my associates as well.
Understood. he kind of like stops for a second and thinks, and then he's like, from what my information's given me, the last person that could have had it was Maloon, which doesn't make sense, but from what I don't know, he was one of Timura's servants, so it doesn't make sense that he's stealing the stone. I just don't know what he's doing with it.
Well, is it possible that he's not in charge of his own faculties?
That is true. That is a high possibility.
I think at this point, I think at this point, and this is something that both Adrie and Kaeviir share as well, the circle of trust is very, very small right now. There is a pretty significant chance that anyone we come across could be compromised. So I would suspect anyone behaving in a way that is not consistent with their normal behavior very well may be in that camp.
He nods. Cedric nods.
Show him your jar.
Do I hear this from behind me, or or you're just
no? I was just hinting.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I'll pull out the jar and show him my dead brain slug.
Show him your jar, Daddy.
Yeah.
Cedric's mouth kind of drops open and he's a little shocked at what he's trying to perceive in front of him.
Yes, the good doctor has already had a run-in, so we know of at least 2 people who were compromised for sure.
Cedric's, I'm going to sound dumb when I ask, what is that?
Well, I'm no doctor, but as best I can piece together from what I've heard from Mr. Kaeviir talking about and from what I know from lore, this little bugger right here is a way to have our friend down below control those up here on the surface. And if this is left inside of them for long enough, they eventually become an illithid themselves.
You hear Zadra pop from the back. Normally takes about a week or 2.
Well,
Cedric's over his shoulder. You've run into this? She's like, a little bit.
Do tell.
Well, you don't travel without running into one eventually.
Well, I'm going to say that you and I probably travel in different places then, because this will be my first time.
I try to stay off the mainland.
I see.
I just got back into Waterdeep about 6 months ago.
But you have experience with these creatures.
Tried not to. My advice is stay out of the Underdark.
Well, that's pretty good advice, all things being equal, but point taken.
Cedric looks back. Yeah, we're talking about that later. Because we got to find somewhere to go outside of Waterdeep, because I can't stay here no more.
Well, maybe depending upon how things shake out here, Cedric, maybe that won't necessarily be an eventuality. But for right now, first things first.
Let's get the stone and let's get your sister.
Agreed. So what kind of plan do you have put together so far?
Well, we know Maloon's moving the stone tonight. And we know he's going back to the villa to enter the sewers there.
So is this a head him off at the pass situation?
That's what we're trying to decide right now. It's not like I can't get any more trouble for attacking him on open street.
True.
But I also don't want to deal with the guards and the situation they're at, because they are in a kill mode right now.
No,
well, not a kill mode, but it's more.
They're aggressive.
Yes.
I think we're gonna head back upstairs before too much more.
We'll cut there and go down to them downstairs.
Okay. As we're going upstairs, can I be trying to teach Kaeviir a Lichgate drinking song? but it's like thrash metal, but it's in Elvish. So it's like the
Yes.
Cookie Monster voice, but sung in Elvish.
Cookie Monster voice.
Where like they do like the really deep, angry voice that you can't understand. Yeah. And like that's somehow like singing, but
C is for cookie. That's good enough for metal.
it's the Cookie Monster voice.
Yeah.
Yes, please, God, yes.
And Adrie's like trying to teach some of the lyrics to Kaeviir.
I'm not really a fan of music.
Yarga though is completely paying attention, like yes, 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 yes.
I have tuned this out. I'm not really into music. Sorry.
What? So you don't know any drinking songs?
Joy's not really my thing.
Oh, I'm
He
sorry.
doesn't drink for pleasure.
No, drinking's business. No, I mean I know a few songs from camps, but I don't really. Yeah.
He doesn't talk about church camp.
No, this is like a forward camp. We have a different perception of what camp is. I mean, like
Adrie's like, oh, summer camp? Was it like the pony camp, or was it like the
the camp the night before
Elven
joining
history camp?
the camp before the night of joining the Vanguard on the front lines.
I haven't done that one.
No, it's not fun.
Well, but just because that wasn't fun doesn't mean you can't ever have fun again.
No, I like having fun. I just don't particularly think that this song is very good.
My cousins wrote it, so
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yarga looks at you. What did the cookie do to you?
what?
The cookie song. She's walking up the stairs. Her translation of Elven's extremely bad.
Ah, okay.
So you guys get up to the door, and it's still kind of cracked and open from when Rayne went in, unless he closed it.
I imagine I would have closed the door behind me. It is a clandestine meeting after all.
So you guys find the second door to the right closed.
I'm just gonna open the door and walk in. I'm not a gentleman. I don't always knock. Hey, how you doing?
You get nodded to by everyone in the room, and Cedric's over. Friends, Kaeviir and Adrie.
Hello.
And Yarga. Yarga's like, hi.
So we done planning our clandestine mission.
No, yeah,
Well-
you guys came in the good part. To get everyone up to date, you guys know Jim and Yarga. The half elf behind me is Xandra.
Hello.
The pseudo dragon is Summerwise. And the cloaked blade is Viper.
It's nice to meet you.
Hi.
They both nod, wave. So,
So when are we gonna kickstart this pig fucking?
well, he should be starting to move within the half hour. So we just got to cut him off before he gets to the villa, or get him at the villa.
And who are we targeting?
I believe it's Maloon. I'm pretty sure
Oh,
he's
that's
the only
gonna
one
be-
that had access to it.
There is a distinct possibility that he is not in control of himself.
This is the soldier friend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna when they say that, I'm gonna raise my eyebrows a little bit and then kind of flop down onto a bed or a couch or something.
All right.
Good luck with that, guys. It's gonna be tough. I've sparred with him a few times.
I
So-
noticed something about him last time we were there. I wanted to run it by you, Kaeviir, now that you're here, since you're the only one that actually knows him.
Okay.
I didn't see him use his what's it called?
FYI, I know nothing about this character in real
I
life,
know.
So
No
okay.
worries.
Okay. Just FYI.
You know that he has a magical weapon.
Right.
His weapon's called Azurage.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Azurage does not work for evil. Azurage only aligns itself. It's intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
So, Cedric looks at you, and I didn't see him wielding or using or holding his special weapon lately.
You're talking about Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that sort of has a mind of its own. And I'm going to take out my leather wrapped jar
All right.
so that it can't see everyone in the room. And I'm going to kind of shake it until it hisses.
They hear it hiss and look at you oddly.
I'm going to put it back. If he is taken over by one of these things, it might be refusing to play nice.
That would make sense.
Well, another point of evidence to the fact that he might be out of his own faculties. He's strong. How are you guys planning on engaging him?
As long as we have to.
No, I mean, do you mean to aggress him from the front, or are you planning on trying to surround him, capture him, poison him? What's the plan here?
Well, that's what we came here to talk about.
He's a fighter, correct?
Yes.
Well, probably the best way to handle one person is to isolate them from whoever they have around. It's probably the more tactical move here. I'm going to look around. What's everyone's charisma in the room? Who looks the most attractive is what I'm asking. He's a soldier. I'm assuming that he's probably got guards.
Yes, he has a team with him.
Right.
He looks back. It'd be either probably be Xandra on our side.
Do we have any eyes on him recently?
Jimna? She's like, yeah, he was in the yawning portal earlier looking for Cedric.
They have his guards with him then?
Yes.
How many?
2 paid swords. 2 agile looking ones, and then definitely a mage.
Well, the mage has to get taken out first.
That we agree on.
Anyone think they can handle a mage? Looking around the room. Not going to make me do it.
No. We can probably handle this team if you guys think you can handle him.
I'm going to look around at us and be like, I think we can do it.
Yeah.
All right.
But you're going to want to take out the mage first. It's going to need to be quick.
Don't worry about it. They won't see us. The mage won't see us coming.
Okay. Maybe we can use this little guy, and I'm going to pat the jar. Maybe we can use it to our advantage.
All right.
They seem to know where they are, and they seem to be upset that we have this guy. So maybe we could pull him away from the rest of his soldiers in order to get this off of us. Sort of like a hostage situation. Thoughts?
Well, are you suggesting like a prisoner exchange, so to speak?
No, I'm thinking more of a, hey, we have this on us. So that would make him want to come get it.
Right. But I'm just thinking of it in terms of leverage against getting my sister back if she's still alive.
Once we get him, we can handle the rest of the situation.
Okay.
As soon as they know if this person is controlled, the person down below is going to know everything they know. So information is probably as valuable here as the combat itself. That's why speed is a factor.
Okay.
If we can separate him from his guards, that'll make the battle go quicker, giving the person down below less time to react. What do you
All
think?
right. Cedric's like, he's scratching his head on it, thinking about it.
Adrie?
I don't think you should bring that.
Why?
Well, we know that mind flayers talk through telepathy. So can that just beam out and say, hey, there's some adventurers coming?
Sorry.
Well, I've already wrapped it up.
Telepathy can go through leather.
No, but I'm saying it wouldn't hear what we're planning. It's inside of a jar, wrapped in tight leather, put away in a bag.
It's reads your thoughts, Deece. It doesn't actually hear.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Okay. Well, maybe we should leave it behind. Maybe I'll put it in another room right now.
Cedric kind of sniggers. I know a room I could put it in.
What is that? Does that mean something?
Nah, just I know there's a devil worshiper about 3 doors down. It's a noble I know. I wouldn't mind leaving a tadpole in his bed.
Well, that could create problems later on, though.
Yeah, but the guy deserves it.
Yeah, but
Do you think we should kill it?
I think we should kill it.
I'd be all in favor of having 2 dead ones. Yes.
Okay, well, since I don't know anything about the plan, let me go handle it. I want to step outside.
You're gonna step outside.
Oh no, I'll just stay where I am. Fine. Put it on the floor and then squish it inside the leather pouch.
Okay.
I figured you would just take the jar and just rattle it really hard and beat the thing to death.
What did he do? Sorry.
No, I put it's in a leather bag tied up inside a glass jar. And I'm going to set it down on the ground, cover my foot over the opening, and then stomp on the bag with my other foot.
Give me a strength check.
16, sorry.
Very nice. As you do that, you hear a scream in your mind, "Friend, no!"
Mazel tov.
That's fucking amazing.
Everybody was like looking at the ground, like, that thing just what?
Yeah, that's kind of what they do.
You can just see some of them just cringe and their shoulders like cringe, just like, no, ow, yuck, no. Wow.
No one, but what do you mean they cringe?
Like the voice in their head
Oh, okay.
caught them off guard.
Yeah.
So
Should have probably mentioned that last time. I wasn't thinking about that. I literally just did not, in real life, I did not even consider the fact that it was just learning everything from us by being around.
no worries.
I don't know why I didn't think that.
So starts like, then let's set up positions and start snagging them all one by one.
We should definitely change our plan now.
Do we know like what path they're taking? Can we try to intercept them?
Yeah, we know what path they're taking to the villa.
Okay.
He's technically leaving the temple of he's leaving the temple of Tamora because that's where he's been hiding. Not technically hiding when he's the great giant servant of Tamora, but they were just excited that he came back after his little drinking expedition when he lost all his guys down in the Undermountain.
Okay. Well, if we know roughly his route, maybe we can try to, if they're going through an alley or something, we lie in wait there, maybe try to like separate him from the rest of his group.
So an ambush.
Yeah. We try to drive them into the sewers since we won't get arrested for fighting there.
Well, my only concern about driving them into the sewers would be that's where they're effectively trying to get in the first place. I'd like to try and cut them off before that ever happens. If we can find ourselves a dark enough alley off the way somewhere, I would at least think that would buy us some cover. But
the noise will draw the guards.
Yeah.
I can make some elaborate bird noises to try and cover what's going on if you think that would help.
I have cast Thunderwave multiple times. I can't guarantee that I won't cast it again.
Nothing to see here, just a very localized thunderstorm moving. What if
Cedric, the good news is we're in the Sea Ward, so the guard patrols are limited.
What if
it's not like go for it?
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I mean, the guard patrol is 2 to 4 guards a patrol. It's not like we're down in the docks where they're 12, 15 strong right now with a mage.
We're not going to hurt the guards in order.
No, I'm saying that is we're not going to draw that many of them if we do.
What if we caused a disruption in the sewers themselves? What if we blocked off a path that was normally open, that they would know was open? We block it off and then chase them down into a sewer into a dead end.
That would
we would be away from the guards. Yeah. They'd be trapped.
Do we think Maloon will be in the front of this group?
If I were thinking tactically, there would. Oh, okay.
Well, Maloon, he's the kind of soldier that takes the front in his troops. He doesn't want them to go in first. He goes in himself first.
Okay. If we can sort of pick out a spot, I can try to create a snare, and then if he's in front, or maybe if we can drive him to it, might be able to at least take him out of the fight for a bit.
He's looking for Cerdic, so he's the perfect bait.
Cedric's like, that is true. I was going to offer to draw the guards all away and make an appearance somewhere which draws them away from you guys.
What if we had you run down into the sewer, then Adrie traps him, snares him, we collapse a wall, or we surround him from two angles, 2 sides, to make it more difficult for him to escape. And that way his number of soldiers would be limited dramatically too, since you guys could handle them. If he's leading the way chasing after Cerdic, he gets snared, and then you loop back behind, take out his men, while we come from the other side and take out him. We could just use any traditional sewer tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we were earlier, we were traveling, there was probably like a drop down, like a manhole cover sort of build.
Yeah.
Drops down into the sewer, down a long tube corridor. We can find a place like that, right?
A tube.
Yeah, it's all tubes. It's all coming full circle, like the end of a tube. And then we engage our trap like that, right? Usually the mage being in the back, that means when you guys surround him, that would be the first target you'd have. We would be on the other side. He's in the front. He's snared. That'll be the first target we'd have. And that would allow Cerdic to get back behind us before we take the front line.
And from a tactical standpoint, it sounds perfectly fine to me. And I'm going to defer to Kaeviir on any matters tactical.
Think about who would be up front. It'll be me versus him. And then on the other side of him will be the crowded, dense group of his men. So he doesn't get to attack a weaker target on the backside. He'll have to come through me. I like this plan.
Okay.
Cedric, are you okay with it? I'd hate to put you up as bait without you having confidence.
That's all good.
And because he might have been reading our thoughts before, he would think that we're going to use a different tactic. If he finds Cedric before the fact, that'll just make it even more believable.
True that.
I guess it paid off having that little fucker around. Rachel, thank you so much for saying that. If we'd have just literally come up with a plan and I wouldn't even think, I don't know why I wasn't thinking that. I kept thinking in my head, like, I'm going to be able to use this to manipulate that guy eventually. Like, I had this, like, kind of the fugitive scene, like standing at the end of a large tube over like a waterfall. And I was just like holding it. It wasn't me. It was the one tube man.
I've searched every outhouse, doghouse, and hen house, and water deep, and here we are.
It's just you and me. There's no way he survived that fall. God damn you, Agent K.
Flush me, Jay. Flush me.
Okay. So I have a snare I can create.
What kind of snare?
So it's a spell. It's good for 8 hours once I make it. But it basically looks practically invisible. You have to do like an investigation check to spot it. And then when someone moves over it, they have to make a dexterity saving throw, or else they're hoisted in the air. And they're restrained there until the spell ends. They can make a saving throw at the end of each of their turns. But it would be a good way to, have him at a fight. If he's a fighter, I can't imagine.
DC?
DC is going to be, I think, 15.
He wears plate mail, so his dex will be limited anyway.
Okay. Then he'll probably have to make it at disadvantage.
And what was the DC again?
15.
15. Maybe we can find a way to lower that so we can guarantee.
Well, it's based off my my save DC.
Right, but I mean, maybe we can make it more difficult for him to pass. Set the trap, then put grease around it.
Well, he'll be in the air, so grease won't.
If he fails it, but if he doesn't fail it, we need him to get a disadvantage on the thing itself.
I'm just enjoying the fact that we're utilizing the Acme brand of villain trapping here.
This is the Battle of Thermopylae. That's all this is.
When we put the invisible snare down, I'm going to be really disappointed if there isn't like an invisible piece of ham in the center of it. The one that's got the bow the one that's got the bone that sticks out of the end of it.
Yeah, wall ham.
Plate.
I'm going to need someone to paint a tunnel opening on a wall nearby.
There's a sign stuck in it that says "Free Bird Seed."
I'll put Acme metal filings in it.
I've got my Acme rocket boots and my Acme mage catching net.
There's actually, as silly as this sounds, it would be kind of cool to play a character who's all their like gear is just shit like that.
Yeah,
like there are these boots that make you run super fast. I don't remember what they're called. Yeah, but you can activate them and then move really quickly. You could probably enchant those a second time with spider climb. Yep. So you could just climb up the roof. Oh yeah, you could use physics to your advantage. Get a cloak that ties into the back of your arm plate or arm leather or whatever, and just glide. So you could like run, jump off a cliff, and then like squirrel suit your way down to the ground.
Hi, my character is Wile E. Coyote. Super genius.
They call me the Coyote. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually
Herman.
really like that idea.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Roadrunners actually don't run that fast. The Coyote's
they're-
way faster than a Roadrunner.
Yep.
He just didn't have the confidence he needed, you know?
Mm. And a lot of shotting materials, let's be honest.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. Let's get back to the game. I'm trying to sidetrack, but I thought D-Walk was AFK.
All good.
Okay.
So, all right.
So I like this plan. What's a good place that we could use? What sewer would be ideal? I don't know this location very well.
No worries. I got you. Cedric pulls out a map and he lays it out in front of you guys from the Seaward. We probably want to snap him at Chaso's Trot before he makes it to the villa. It's not one of the main drags, it's one of the cross streets.
Are we sure that he'll go over there?
We'll have to leak information.
Well, the Temple of Timor is off Ivory Street. So he'll come off Ivory Street, come down Diamond Street, then Chaso's Trot at the end of it is the villa that has the sewer entrance.
Okay.
I was able to squeeze that much out of the unwilling informant.
Okay.
Okay, so when's this plan go into effect?
Cedric kind of looks at Aaron now.
Within the next 15 minutes, I believe.
Well, then we better get a move on.
Sounds good.
All right.
Maybe we can start a rumor about the fact that you were seen in that area. I guess we don't have time.
Well,
We've got to set up now.
Yeah, we have less than 15 minutes.
If we know he's going to be there and he's going to just make yourself visible, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I'll show you, Cedric, I'll show you where I'm going to put the snare once we get there, and then just lead him in that direction. It's going to be pretty close to invisible, so make sure you don't step on it.
Well,
technically,
let's go there.
Go for it.
Let's go there now, and you can set up the trap while he sees exactly where the location is. Then he can exit the sewer to be visible, to be seen. The rest of you are going to have to hide somewhere behind the entrance to the sewer, so that when the people pile in, you come in behind them.
Zadra's like, I'll cast invisibility on Yarga. Everybody else can hide. Yarga's like, hey. Okay. So he's like, yeah, he's gonna have to chase me because he still needs me to be this fall guy. I'm assuming that's why the bounty's back on my head to be found again after being banished.
Adrie, how long is it going to take you to set up the trap?
1 minute.
All right, well, let's set out.
So,
All right. As we're going, I'm getting out some rope and I'm like weaving in this piece of wire from a bunch of my weird tinkering stuff.
Jim is just watching you wholeheartedly as they walk. Yarga's like, quit watching. Why? Because you're going to do it to one of us. Scout's honor, never.
Now, don't stifle a learning opportunity here.
Yeah, wait till it's your bed. She puts the snare in.
Well,
Jim is like, I would never do that to you, sir.
Oh, can we fast forward to the sewer? Sorry, because there's prep stuff.
So
we're not going to the entrance to the sewer is in the villa. We're not getting that close, right?
We're going in the sewer.
We are.
That's the whole plan.
Okay, I thought we were trying to get them before they reach the sewer.
No. Okay, so
okay.
The plan is that Homeboy is going to be visible up top. Then he's going to get chased because that's who they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Who they've been all over town looking for. He runs down into the sewer. Homeboy chases after him, presumably. He sees down in the long hallway of the sewer, the underground tube. He knows where the trap is. He jumps over it. Homeboy comes running through behind him to chase him. gets hit by the trap, and then we come out from behind a turn or a curve or something like that to meet him head on, and the people come down the entrance to the sewer behind his men, and we pinch him in between, like a pinch point. It's sort of like a Pringles can, right? And we're each on either side with the chips in the middle.
Yep.
May they fall where they may.
Okay.
Does that make do you have a better idea?
I
thought that's
right, but I just think it's kind of obvious, isn't it? If it's like, oh, I'm going to the sewer and it just so happens that the one guy I'm looking for is here and he's run into the sewer that I was going to in the first place. It just seems very
the guy's
convenient.
not going to the sewer, right?
He was going to the villa with the sewer entrance.
That's where we're going to set up the trap.
Because that's where he's going.
No, he was going to be traveling through that part of town is what I thought. He's not. I didn't think he was going to the sewer. I thought he was just going across town through that area. And so,
because the way the note was read, you follow the blood trail through the sewer to reach the mind flare.
So he was going to go down in the sewer anyway.
Yeah, because that's where the mind flare has been hiding, and that's where he wants the stone.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, shit. That's.
I thought what you were trying to accomplish here was to set the trap down in the sewer. And then we were going to, as they pass through on their way there, we were going to try and basically jump them from behind, force them down into the sewer.
Right.
Because that's where they were going.
But if they're headed down that way anyway, then we don't need Cerdic to be bait, is what I'm getting at.
Well, if we're trying to get Cerdic to lead him into the snare, then there is like a bait thing happening.
He's already going to be going through the sewer in that area.
Right, but I only want Maloon to go through the snare. If anyone else goes through it, they'll trigger it.
But we established that he's up front in his men, right?
That's
why I asked that
Mhm.
question, or why we had whatever.
Okay.
Okay, well then same plan, but without the decoy. There's no reason for him to be suspicious at all. He's just going to walk through that area anyway.
Okay.
The sewers are pretty narrow.
Okay. Well then, so we're going to go down there, set up the snare, hide, and wait for them to come and trigger it, and then we attack.
Right.
Okay.
And the people will come in behind them. So they'll be up top outside of the sewer.
Mhm.
Yeah. So same plan, but without Cerdic.
bait.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I thought, I swear to God, I thought they were looking for Cerdic. So they were walking through town to look for him. And I was like, they'd just happen across him and then he would pull him down in the sewer. I didn't know he was already going to the sewer. My bad.
It's all right.
All right.
I probably should explain it better.
No,
That's
it's
okay.
I guess I just didn't hear it.
No,
everyone else seemed to.
It just renders that meme useless. So it's okay.
What?
Never mind. Check it out later. The whole time we were doing this, that's the whole thought I had in my head was that that's what we were going to end up doing.
All right. So we go into the sewer. I have to go into the sewer to set the snare trap.
All right. So you guys reach the villa, you reach the treasure room, and you guys do find the sewer entrance. The guards do have tape or ropes up all over the place, kind of block the entrance to the villa. The blood's still in places. They haven't mopped up or anything or cleaned the dry blood off the floor. There is a shit ton of blood in that sewer entrance from whatever took out the Zent guys or the Black Network as they entered that sewer entrance the day you guys were there.
Okay.
You guys find the tunnels about 10 feet wide. On each side, there's about a foot of dry elevated, and then the center of it, it's about 6 inches deep in water.
Okay. So there's sort of two pathways.
Well, they're about a foot, and I mean, someone could walk on it, but a bigger, bulkier person would find it uncomfortable because the way the sewer angles up, it doesn't really give you a full standing on the sides.
Okay. I just want to make sure when I put the snare down, he doesn't like just happen to be walk because the snare only takes up a 5 foot square. So I don't want to like put it down and then he just happens to walk like on the one next, on the square next to it.
Yeah.
Is that a possibility?
Um, if you set in the center, it'd probably be about 2.5 feet on each side, which would probably be about a foot of water on each side. He'd have to trip it if it's in the center if he's walking through the water.
Okay. Because I can use like my magical tinkering if I want to make sure that he doesn't like walk on a particular side.
All right.
I'll do that.
And
Just
you
to
guys
make
could,
sure he sort of like walks more on one side than the other when I set down the snare. I'm going to use my magical tinkering to create a static visual effect. It's just going to look like a bunch of garbage and poop, sort of like because it's in the sewer, so it's like it sort of like got washed up on one side of the walkway, and
and that
then
fits with the rest of it. I mean, there is kind of a rank smell.
so magical tinkering, some poop, and some garbage, and like just gross stuff you don't want to walk through. And then
what's the garbage to poop ratio? I'm curious. Is it more poopish or is it more garbage?
I'm gonna say
There is less poop water than Strahd Dungeon.
Okay.
right.
And no buckets.
No buckets.
No buckets.
No.
Okay.
Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism Plays Dragon Heist. If you would like to support us, please check out our Patreon. We're at patreon.com/freelance_heroism. We have different things there: character journals, art, bloopers, stuff like that.
Our cast includes me as Dr. Kaeviir the Raven, Rachel as Adrie the Highborn Artificer, Nate as Rayne Trichet, Dockside Officiant, and of course, D-Walk as Dr. Midnight, and everybody else in the game. Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism Plays Dragon Heist, and we don't invoice in this group. We'll be back next week with more episodes, so stay tuned. All right, I'm ready. I'm not ready.